And so we're moving on to the following pages, and for those who are listening to this YouTube video, those pages will shortly appear on the screen. I hope that the information I have tried to explain on abusive thoughts, causing painful feelings, causing inabilities and reduced abilities, have laid the ground down enough for the following pages to speak for themselves. I hope that you, the reader of the Universal Credit document that I sent, or you, the listener and or viewer of this YouTube video, can use your compassion, empathy and imagination to go, I get it. I can see this. I can feel it from those pages. I can understand and imagine why you would struggle to do things as a result, as you've described, abusive thoughts causing painful feelings. So regarding these pages, it's actually a few tables, and it's this breezy skeletal clarity that I want to try and present. What I've had to do is take question 13, starting and finishing tasks, question 15, going out, and question 16, coping with social situations, and meld them together with my own subtitles. And this is because I have simply not been able to answer those original 3 universal credit questions directly in the provided format in the questionnaire. And that is because those 3 questionnaires' titles are indeed mix and match with my own subtitles. That is just the way I have had to figure this out. That is the only way I have given myself clarity to then give others clarity. And there are 3 subtitles. But before I continue, the questions in the provided format in the questionnaire need answering. I understand that. But when I show my following tables, many of those sub-questions in questions 13, 15 and 16 should answer themselves. Showing the upcoming tables first will, hopefully, allow things to fall into place. And I believe that things will become even more self-explanatory if they weren't there. I think that most importantly, it's that sub-question, if it varies, tell us how, in all 3 questions, that really throws a spanner into the mind. It gives a chronic sense of, I don't know, I can't make sense of it. What do you mean, if it varies? How can you expect me to unknot this stuff? I can't explain. I'm not going to get the points. I can't do this, but the deadline's coming up. And so it goes on. But guess what, listeners? It varies because of the mix and match of the original 3 universal credit titles with my own, and now hopefully your, 3 subtitles. And by the way, I will show those original 3 provided format questions in a part 3 video. I haven't forgotten about those. But I hope they will become so much easier when you view those upcoming tables without a part 3 video. But first, let's have a look at those 3 subtitles of mine. They are chronic inabilities, chronic reduced abilities, and increasing signs of change from reduced abilities to inabilities. I hope, again, they will become self-explanatory when I show the tables. But before I do, I'd like to give you a description of those 3 subtitles. Number 1 of 3 is chronic inabilities. Tasks that are chronically and therefore evidently, absolutely and utterly inabilities. So, I can't do it, I cannot do it. 2 of 3 is chronic reduced abilities. Tasks that are chronically and evidently inabilities, but with unscheduled short bouts of ability. So, most of the time I can't do this, but when my brain and or body allows me at any given time, I can do it, until I can't do it again. And finally, 3 of 3 is increasing signs of change from reduced abilities to inabilities. Tasks that are increasingly changing, gradually or rapidly, or a mixture of both, from what were once chronic reduced abilities to now chronic inabilities. So I've noticed I'm becoming unable to do this more and more, and as each week passes and then each month passes, it's becoming more and more evident that yes, I am really struggling to be able to do this anymore. So to you, the listener of this video, I'd now like to show you on this video only some, yet very important, key and chronic inabilities and reducibilities of mine as a result of the appalling, abusive, chronic thoughts that cause appalling, chronic pain. They are in no particular order, by the way. They are just in an order that fits the Word documents. And all these that you will see are what I sent to Universal Credit. But despite me just saying that they are only some yet very important inabilities and reducibilities, I say this because you can't list everything. You will exhaust yourself, or you may exhaust yourself. Perhaps you can list everything. And I do know that I have not provided any details in the other details box, even though there were when I sent the Universal Credit document. But this is for another video, so please, if you wish, watch this space for that. So here they are. Coming up on the screen, each slide is 8 seconds, and you can pause the video on each slide to have a read.